Good morning, everybody. Welcome to DYOR Live. We will be with you shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
Tell me that you're gassed up, I'll pass you a flask full of Jack Love at last. I'm at peace with this vast blood. Only took a crash landing down in the trash mud to figure out why I've been so smashed up. Holy moly, lonely only when I'm coldly
Listening to Wes, Tree City Wes, all gassed up here. Tree City Wes used to be on the show a long time ago in a whole different era, but his music stuck by us.
Can make me hate the way forsaken snakes take their stake in what I make and break it. Maybe lay it on a plate, maybe shoot it out in space to watch it die. Either way, I ain't trying to lie. Taking a second to look into everything I can just bury beneath all the hate and the good in the way that they want to just make me believe in anything they can conceive. Keep it inside and freak with the flow. Give me your ride, I'll open the door. When be your rival, look at my soul. Nothing to see, nothing to know. Don't you know me, homie? I'll be on these lonely roads, riding with my dumpies open, hoping someone sees me choking. Pulling the cover up over my eyes, starting nothing to restore my side. Put an emotion, can't keep it inside. Freaking the beat, believe it's my mind. Wondering how other words in my head will be coming right back to the start of the beat. People been leaving their evil open, hoping that God will see them free. Learn to sail your inner ocean. Hearts swollen, souls frozen. Potion got me open. I can feel the bad omen. Lost in this moment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is in the world you're coming to us from. Welcome to DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking, here in the digital media world. So glad to be hosting another episode of this great show on the old September 29th, 2025. It's the end of the month. It's end of September. So normally I want to introduce Mr. Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst. He is rebooting his computer right now to be with us here on the show. As you can see above my shoulder and above my hand, Bitcoin pumping. Mr. Pedro was watching it all this time here and said, looking bearish. Went the other way. Went up. Why is that? Is it going to keep going up here and give us a green September? Or is in the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, is it going to tank back down and give us the red September we were all looking for? Not hoping for, just that's what we thought was going to happen. Anyway, it's a new week here. It's the beginning of the week. It's really interesting this week. It's the beginning of the week, which is always an interesting time. The end of September is the end of the quarter. The futures expire. I'm not sure on the schedule. Some expired on Friday. Some are expiring tomorrow. And also, it's the end of the month. And this week, also in case it starts the beginning of next month. 3 interesting things in the Bitcoin and really in investing world for the day trader. For your long-term holders, change over a month really doesn't matter. But for the day traders, yes, it does indeed matter. Hopefully Pedro's doing all right here. Let me check on him real quick. For those of you just joining us or getting a little bit of a late start here today, as I say here in the comment section. Where can Pedro be? The internet gods took him away from me. He's still not there. Anyway, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, a lot going on this week in the old Bitcoiner land, investment land. Let's start off. First of all, let's get rid of this intro music and get ourselves into the show. Normally in the show, this is when Pedro is going over Bitcoin. And I'm doing the behind-the-scenes stuff to get ready for the next segments of the show. Last Friday, we had Brian Shiitake on as a guest. Got good feedback from him that he enjoyed being on the show. And so we're looking forward to having Brian on the show again. Run macro buttons. Get those going on macro buttons. There they are. Let's load the yeahs. Yeah, so we had Brian on the show last Friday talking about all the various things going on with Hype and Aster. I'm going to have to add CZ down here to the important people on the list. I got Sailor, I got 2 of the DYOR thumbnail girls, and of course Elon Musk. That, believe it or not, that seems to do well with the AI character recognition type stuff for the show. So I leave it up there for now, but I'm going to add CZ to that, I think. I hear Pedro in the background. Oh. Pedro's internet died. Anyway, today's show is going to be a short, regular show. And then, since it's the end of the month, you all remember this drill. We have to do our creator hours for Rumble. And so Pedro and I are going to go into a Rumble Premium thing to talk about the monthly setup, which will just be a regurgitation of what I'm about to do here, filling in for Pedro. So we'll be here for about an hour only. And then moving on to the premium section in the second half of this show. was just saying, this is when I count on Pedro to be doing his thing. So I'll just change things around and bring up my chart here. All right. This is what we've been talking about the past couple of days here, especially most of last week here in Bitcoin. I don't have the great graphics machine running today. All I have is if you're looking to join, if you've got it, might as well say this right up front here. If you are someone who likes to talk on the microphone and thinks they know a lot about crypto, even if you don't, even if you're like me and you're a new trader and just want to learn as you go, but you want to broadcast that, you want your own crypto show, but don't want the overhead of having to deal with YouTube and Rumble and creating all that type of stuff. You just want to do your show and get your information out there. Then come talk to me. Come talk to Pedro and I and join our network. We have slots open for people to broadcast their show on our network. We distribute on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, on Twitch, and on Amazon Fire TV. And I keep saying this, soon Apple TV. My Apple developer account got turned off about a year ago, and I'm just reinstating it to put us back on, or to put us on Apple TV, and back on Roku too. Roku switched up got rid of their easy programming to eliminate spam on their network, and made you go through the coding network, so it dropped our channel, which was doing, I might say our Roku channel was doing really well. But now we're doing best on Rumble. Even if you're not just a pure crypto, I think if you're more like Pedro and I, where you talk some crypto and some politics and regulation, if you want to cover events, or if you've got a story to tell in sequential form, come talk to me. Come talk to me. We'll host your show and distribute it for you. Get your eyeballs onto your stuff. Still no Pedro. Very interesting. Internet got turned off right before we were about to start the show. Sounds like China. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what you can see from this chart here is what? Bitcoin going against the grain here. That's right. This chart goes all the way back to, I don't know if you can see it on there good, but it starts all the way back on the 23rd back there, where we came out of a big drawdown. Big $1 billion in liquidations. We moved all the way down from 1.8, got as high last week. We were as high as basically 118, and people were talking moon. But Pedro was talking down, and hitting those liquidity points down in the 94,000 area. And of which Crypto Twitter is generally bullish. Bull market, and going up, only up. And that usually means that you just trade against it. If you trade against Crypto Twitter, generally that's a good trade setup. So the market came down a lot here, as you can see, in a massive sell-off. We had usually, for me, this is an odd pattern. You can see the chart here. Usually there's a double top of some sort. This is the 1 hour chart. Let's go to a higher level chart here. Go to a 4 hour chart. But anyway, there's this consolidation period right here on the 21st to the 25th here. If you're a day trader and you zoom in on this, there is quite the volatility during that period. If you're zooming out on the 4 hour chart, like I am here, not a lot of volatility. But then the market decided to go south for the winter, and it went. In one of the largest liquidations in Bitcoin history, over $1.5 billion, I think it was liquidated between this point on the 24th, and this point on Thursday, the 25th. And then we started consolidating, and this is the 4 hour chart. but everything showed that the 8-hour was in control of this, or 8-period moving average was in control of this. The price action was below the moving averages. And so Pedro and I were on the show last week on this is going to go down further, especially because Pedro was pointing out last week that volume was going down like that. I don't know if you can see that on the chart here. Anyway, volume was going down at the time. Now, did volume go down at the time? Yes, it did. But just a few days ago, this is the 4-hour chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the chart. I'll get back to that chart easily. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. This period right here, you can see all of a sudden the volume started picking up. And this volume picking up was on Sunday. Sunday night here, U.S. time. Asia, it was already Monday. Basically towards the end of the Asia session and beginning of the London session, volume started picking up, and the buy volume picked up greatly. And as you can see, since Sunday morning, we popped from 109. Now we're at 113, we're as high as 114,233 here. That's a massive increase that didn't see coming. And if I had a trade in, I'm sure I would have been stopped out. But for various reasons, I haven't been in the market the past 2 weeks, actually 3 weeks now at all. Has it been 3 weeks? Yeah, you know what? It's been most of September I've been out of the market. Due to just the regular work life, personal life stuff. Oh, let's check the I'm just check the old weird. No commenter this Monday. Let me check our stream, make sure it's running just fine. One second, everybody. Here, we're waiting for Pedro to get his internet working again. All right. Rumble feed is working fine, but for some reason it's not fine. Great, comment machine works. Everything works. All right. Anyway, we're also on LinkedIn today too. I might as well take this quick break. Thank you to everybody watching us on LinkedIn. I see a couple of you viewers over there. The great comment machine doesn't work so well on LinkedIn. They keep changing their code on us, so the comment machines don't automatically get put up and dropped on our screen here. I have to go monitor them manually, and that never works well because I got a lot of other things going on here. And thank you to everybody watching on X. I really appreciate it. To those, in fact, I need to get the X comments stream going, comments going here, whatever. If Kurt is watching us, thank you, Kurt, for watching us. Really appreciate it. Yes, Crypto Rover says. How do I grab this? My Twitter grabbing stuff isn't working well. All right, let's skip that for now. All right. Let me give everybody the hey, how you doing here? Welcome everyone to the show. Please comment, like, share, follow, subscribe. Just do it. Kind of works when I tell people to do it. Oh, LinkedIn. See, it's not even letting me paste there. Welcome. Please share and comment. All right. Well, like I said, everybody, thanks for everyone joining us while we're waiting here for Pedro. Come on, we're talking about Bitcoin and where it went, contrary to where Pedro and I thought it was going to go. And I had the questions lined up for Pedro that why? Why did it pump up instead of continuing to go down? As we expected, but Pedro's internet connection decided to die right just as we're going live. And so he's working on that and will be on the show in just a few minutes. Hopefully. But anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about here. With it, let me bring the page back up. Let me bring let's set up our chart for the week here. I was going to save this for the premium hour later. But let's go ahead and just get it going now. Let's see. What I like to do is I like to have one chart set up with the week divided up here. Let's see, Monday midnight. There we go. Grab the days here also. And what I find is if you can spend a little time, if you're a professional day trader, you're not listening to the show anyway, right? Okay, let's just set that out. If you're a professional day trader listening to Pedro, that's totally different. That's what he does for a living. If you're listening to me, I'm just telling people new things, things that are new to me. Anyway. Get all the lines there, Friday. All right. So as I was saying, big sell-off last week. And as you can see, it's almost recovered just from the past 24 hours. What you're looking at here is the 4-hour Bitcoin tether chart from Binance. And you can see this part right here, which I was talking about. We had the big drop here, 2-day drop, liquidated $1.5 billion of longs. People really thought it was going to go up. Interestingly enough, it dropped a lot here on the 21st, consolidated a bit here. I was looking for the money printer model in here. Like I said, I wasn't trading or in the market, but I was still watching it a little bit. For my setups, it didn't really happen. And then, of course, you see in the 4-hour chart, there's no real easy double top here or anything. But you do see the liquidity grab now all the way down here. The market makers said, yep, we're going to go down and take your monies. Then the volume, then we consolidated all week last week, the 25th. Actually, not all week last week, starting Thursday after the drop, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and traded low liquidity, low volume over the weekend. And Pedro pointed this out starting on Friday with the lower volume. And then yesterday morning, Sunday morning here in the U.S. and Eastern time, this would be open. Let's see, what time is this? 8 o'clock. That's the Asia Open here, 8 o'clock. Eastern time US, it just starts to go. And obviously it went up a lot. Just checking the page over here. And it hit all the way up into 114. But why? Why did it do that? We've got the moving averages are all, this is the 4-hour chart, moving averages all above. This is all a trend down. Like Pedro always says, you don't trade against the trend. I would not have opened along here. If you invert this chart, I wonder if I can do that on this one. Yeah, if this chart inverted, people would say, oh, it's a bull flag, and then it would go up like this after that, up here. but right side up, it didn't. That would have been a bear flag here, and then go down. And the liquidity bore that out too, because Pedro was telling us the levels based on where his concept of liquidity is, but didn't work out that way. Question is why. All right, let's go to the news aggregators here. Start with decrypt, not the emerge section. What happens to Bitcoin if the U.S. government shut down? That's a good topic. That's a good topic. All right, nothing in here in this outlet. If any of you watching have any idea why Bitcoin is booming, let me know, because it went against the technical analysis that Pedro and I were talking about. Let's see, tariffs, Labor Department. As far as the market, fairly unchanged for the day. Dow's down 40, S&P up 16, Nasdaq up 128, VIX is 0.68%. Not much going on. Latest news: Hertz Amazon deal. Oh, Kramer's bullish on Nike. Sell. The Labor Department won't release key jobs report or other data in the shutdown. For sure, nothing in the Bureau of Labor Statistics is a important job that requires people to work even if the government shuts down. I don't see anything on CNBC. Let's hit Bitcoin.com. I note on the back of the screen, many of our screens, I have the Bitcoin.com logo up there. Just so you know, that's not an official partnership or anything. I'm trying to show their sales guys the exposures that they can get on our show. Okay, let's hit the news with Bitcoin.com. Let's see, Bitcoin's hash rate explosion. Aster surges to first place in global fee rankings. We'll have to talk about that later. No, there's no news in there's no news in really anywhere I can find. Let's see, what does it say? XRP Flashpoint rejected. No. Strategy buys another 196 bitcoins. They have 640,000. Still, why buy more? Unless it's to maintain the story. I don't understand why they would buy more. Because they can't buy enough to really make a difference in their overall portfolio. I mean, even buying 1%, another let's see, 10% is 64. Another 6,400 Bitcoin. It's enormously expensive. It's just 1% of their if they own 640,000, to increase their position by another 6,400 Bitcoin. It's another $6 billion. Why risk it? Why risk it? Anyway, let's see if Pedro has come back on here. Nope. Oh, he's El No Worko here. Any luck there, Pedro? We might be going to the premium section early today, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we've got a low crew here today. In Canada, it's a holiday week here. That's right. It's Truth and Reconciliation Day here in Canada. And some people, tomorrow the federal government and banks are officially closed, but a lot of people have taken liberties and taken a 4-day weekend. Pedro, if you're listening, I shut down the show clock. Interestingly enough, as much tech trouble as we have here, we do run a very professional show here. We have a behind-the-scenes run-of-show clock that has all the different segments. We like to show that to potential sponsors. I guess this is a good point. Good point to pitch that. There I am, ladies and gentlemen. My beard wasn't as thick back then. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Pedro and I are always looking for sponsors here. And in fact, we are one of the things that Pedro and I are really experts at are going to trade shows and covering it for your organization. Or if you run a trade show, if you need commentators that are well-versed, independent, not tied down to any one organization. Pedro and I are up for a good challenge here. We famously have been the voice of the Blockchain Futurist Conference the past 2 years. In between breaks, we've broadcasted from their show floor, interviewing the show guests, their speakers, sponsors, and things like that. And if you're a show like that that needs someone to do that, that's what Pedro and I do. On our website here, DYORnetwork.media, we have the different things we do, like hire us to engage our personalities. One of our former show sponsors, Audit Chain, hired me to produce their podcast, and I did so for a time when they were launching a new product. This project next to me here, called Champion, they hired me, not even on camera, just to produce their digital asset related event, the launch of their token, and also a comedy night that was actually pretty cool. And then, of course, the blockchain futurist stuff that Pedro and I did here in Toronto, where I am today, broadcasting from. Blockchain Futurist will be in Miami this year in November. And if you'd like us to sponsor your booth or have a studio booth, Rumble, I'm talking to you. You guys should be at that conference and have us there as your talking head, helping promote Rumble and your new wallet coming out. After all, we are Rumble creators here. We actually have a partnership with Rumble. But anyway, as for sponsors, the sponsors, what we're looking for is product placements. If you want your product, you want your energy drink on our desk, get more eyeballs on it. Like I said, we don't have thousands of viewers on any one platform. We broadcast on many different platforms, including our own website where people watch our feed on certain days. Also, segment sponsors. A good example is the segment sponsor we do for this sponsor down here named DeFi Dojo. We do a whole segment called DeFi Dojo segment, in which we take their AMA partners and give them some time on video to talk about their projects. And if you have a creative idea for a segment, just let me know. Be happy to entertain it. And of course, technology sponsors. CDW, I'm looking at you guys. Pedro and I, this broadcasting business is technology heavy. And the last time we upgraded our computers and software, it was a long time ago. And we want to move to more virtual production, having most of our stuff in the cloud. I've been working with Rumble Cloud, cloud services, to start that process. It's not cheap. We'd like a little help, especially from you guys at CDW. We'd like to be able to run the Unreal Engine, which I can now, but everything goes slow. So we'd like that. And then, of course, trade show partners, if you run a trade show. Another thing on our website here that's interesting is if the QR code that appears on our screen here to join our broadcast calendar. I have this great AI photo that I made here that gave the woman 2 microphones because she needs to be louder. A little thing here says, if only all our studios were styled like this. Anyway, like I said, we broadcast our shows across multiple social media platforms. Some content is tailored for Rumble, some is tailored for YouTube, and some is embedded in websites. We deliver your content where your audience is. And so here's the deal. If you want to broadcast your show on our network, we get the views, and you keep your product placement and sponsorship money. Just keep it separate like that. You run your podcast, get your eyeballs, and we distribute it for you and give you a slot. And it's our best interest because we want to fill up our schedule. The more people we have on our schedule, the more eyeballs we get, the more that benefits you, and the more the less you have to do. You can concentrate on your show and your content and not on the production end of it. So think about it. Think about it if you're interested. All right, I'm going to I'll check back with Bitcoin. Let's go to the 15-minute chart here. Well, that's forming another flag there. That's going to go up again. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Pedro, your microphone is alive, just so you know.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're getting Pedro Garcia back here.
Yes, we are.
Give me 1 second to... All right, Pedro, we got your screen and your audio back. Welcome to the show. Guessing you solved your internet issues.
Yeah, it was really weird. Remember, internet was there, everything was great. And all of a sudden, my internet cable was completely disconnected. It's like, how did that happen? Like, it was literally like, I'm trying to think, like, actually, how did it happen? Because that was like, and then the guy goes, what did he call it? I guess there's a term, but when somebody lives in your apartment or in your place and they live in your attic or something like that, and you don't even know about it. No, it's not a ghost. It's when it's when somebody lives and we have a lot of crawl spaces here.
Oh.
And so he goes, maybe somebody came out and they hit it. And then when they were messing with your internet. And I sat there and I was like, you just totally creeped me out, dude. Because, like, we have a lot of crawl spaces. And somebody could live in my place. And I feel bad for him. I would house somebody. I would. I'd be like, man, look, if things are that bad for you, come on. You don't need to creep up on my place.
Yeah, that actually happened to me. And if you recall, at the global, the Illinois regional headquarters of DYOR Media Network.
Oh, yes.
The internet just went out there, and the company was like, we can't figure out why it went out. And we'll get it was Friday, and they said, we'll have a guy there Monday. I'm like, no. And I went to the room in the apartment building, and just my line had been unplugged from their switch. Yeah. Really weird. In fact, Mrs. Striking is the one that found it. She said, should that cord be laying on the ground over there by the gas meter? I was like, nope. Plugged it in. All of a sudden, gigabyte up and down service. Anyway.
Yeah, it was really interesting. Even the guy was like, he looked at it. He looked at my stuff. I was trying to figure out, like, called him up, and then he goes, you should hit a little thing. You should be able to tell you what the issue is. And he goes, I go, internet cord not displayed, or not connected, or Ethernet
right.
Not connected.
Ethernet, network connections on Windows.
Yeah, and I said,
connected.
How's that possible? Like, it literally, it's good. And he goes, well, if it says it's probably it. I go, no, it's right. And I was like, what? Like, I was like looking at it, going, I was like, I was like sitting there, and it had been that way. It must have been that way when I originally looked at it, but I just didn't realize it. I just want to, because I just thought it was really interesting. Anyways, sorry people for the delay.
That's all right. Patrick's in the house. Thanks for joining us, Patrick. Is Trump meeting with Bibi today? Yes, Bibi arrived at the White House about an hour ago. Pedro, before you came on here, I was just telling people that I was likely just going to be switching over to premium because we're just trying to get some of those hours out of the way. I can hear you. Yes. I can hear you. All right, Pedro must have lost connection again. Can't hear us. Pedro, can you hear me? I'm talking. Can you hear me? Womp womp. Can you hear me? Definitely. Anyway, well, while Pedro sorts out his audio stuff, I'll get back to what I was talking about with Bitcoin. All right, what chart do we have here? The 15-minute chart. The 15-minute chart is actually, this chart went from bearish all the past couple of days to bullish now. If Pedro were able to talk right now, he would say, "Hey, you need to pay attention to this." The volume declining sharply here, but also it's not declining to zero or anything like that. It's declining to what it has been for the past 24 hours or so. It's still elevated past what it was Friday or so. Pedro, you there? No, his screen died again. I think Pedro kicked his cord out again. Patrick, I don't know if you're a premium member for Rumble. But we're going to switch over to premium in just a minute. We get our premium hours at the end of the month. I'm also going to give Pedro's do a little boot from the studio here. Where did Pedro go? Sorry about the delay, everybody, but trying to get Pedro back on here. Your screen share died again. I don't have the drawing module up here. I wish I could, because Pedro can see me, but he can't hear me. Ooh. Let's see if he can. Maybe he can read this. Your screen share died. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably a good time to do this, as we need to get these out. And obviously today the content is going to be mashed. We're just going to really talk about Bitcoin, and probably Pedro and I will talk about politics and things like that. Let me quickly check the... only 5 people watching. So we're going to go to premium here. Patrick, if you're not a premium member, remember you can join. Just click the link down below, and if you enter the code studio, you get $10 off. Anyway, I'm going to go to premium right now, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you watching, thank you very much. Those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch, I realize I didn't, and LinkedIn didn't get too much detail today, but it's the end of the month. We need to get our creator hours in on Rumble to stay in that program, and we need 5 of those. So we're going to switch over to premium now while Pedro figures out his internet connection again. So to everyone that has been watching on the free version of the show, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. So stick around. The premium it'll delay just a minute before it comes on.